Hi everyone, Mrs. Kelly here. In our last lesson, I taught you how to write an opinion paper. And in this lesson, I'd like to teach you how to add transition words to your writing. Transition words are used to signal to your reader that you're transitioning or changing to another idea. Let's start by reviewing my paper. The beach is my favorite place to visit. The sun is so warm and feels wonderful on my face. I can play in the sand. I can dig holes, build sand castles, and even bury people in the sand. I can swim, play, and boogie board in the ocean. The beach is a great place to go. Notice that I indented my paper to start the paragraph, and I wrote a topic sentence stating my opinion and a conclusion that restated my opinion. So now I want to add some transition words and phrases to my topic sentence and conclusion sentence. Here are some words and phrases to use. So to introduce your opinion, you can say, in my opinion, I believe, or I am convinced that. To conclude your opinion, you can use these phrases. As you can see, that's why I believe, and in conclusion. So now I'm going to add some phrases to my writing. Every time you add or delete something from your writing, be sure you read the paper to yourself to catch any mistakes. Notice that I titled my paper The Beach. Okay, here I go. In my opinion, the beach is the best place to visit. The sun is so warm and feels wonderful on my face. I can play in the sand, I can dig holes, build sand castles, and even bury people in the sand. I can swim, play, and boogie board in the ocean. That's why I believe the beach is a great place to go. I added in my opinion to my topic sentence to signal to the reader that I'm writing an opinion paper. I also changed the wording a bit in my opening sentence. I changed the words my favorite to the best place. I changed it because I thought it sounded better. And while you're writing, it's perfectly fine to change words to make your sentences sound better too. But that's up to you as the writer. I also added, that's why I believe, to my conclusion, which signals to the reader that I'm ending my paper. So there are other transition words that you can use in the body of your paper as well to signal that you're stating reasons or examples. If you're stating reasons, you could use these words or phrases. First, or first of all, one reason, also, another reason, second, next, most importantly, and finally. If you're giving examples for your reasons, you could use these words or phrases. For example, for instance, in other words, in fact, or specifically. I like that one, specifically. It sounds fun. Okay, so adding transition words to my paper. Now it sounds like this. In my opinion, the beach is the best place to visit. One reason is that the sun is so warm and feels wonderful on my face. Also, I can play in the sand. For example, I can dig holes, build sand castles, and even bury people in the sand. Finally, I can swim, play, and boogie board in the ocean. That's why I believe the beach is a great place to go. So I used one reason to introduce my first reason. I used also to state my second reason. I used for example to give examples of playing in the sand. And then I used finally to state my third reason. Now, I only had one example in this paper, and that's okay. It's best if you can give an example for each reason, but sometimes the opinion doesn't really work out that way, so that's fine. Okay, now it's your turn. I want you to edit your paper about your favorite place. Add transition words to introduce and conclude your opinion. Also use transition words to state your reasons and examples. Be sure to read your paper to yourself and have someone else read it too. All right, and finally, here's a preview for next time. In our next lesson, I'll teach you how to use attention grabbers to grab your reader's attention. Ooh, that sounds fun. All right. Happy writing, everybody.